My introduction to the Phantasy Star series was with the 4th entry on the Sega Genesis by way of NSO, where I streamed a playthrough with Will for Super Battle Buds, and my overall impression was pretty positive. It has a comic panel presentation for its cutscenes and an art style with 90s flair that I can get behind. The music also had a familiar, energetic tone that only a classic Sega sound chip can deliver, so it felt both nostalgic and new to me. The dialogue and plot felt pretty goofy at times, and it definitely slipped into some traditional fantasy tropes by the home stretch that are a bit tired today.
This is literally like Zelda.
But the nature of exploring an interplanetary system gave the world building some depth, and learning the local lore from each town's residents was quite delightful. Party members swapping out as the adventure unfolded made it all feel more lively too. Grizz, for example, joined the party to exact revenge against someone, and skedaddles once the deed is done.
All he cared about was revenge, and now he's got thrust upon like saving the world. Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say, does he even care?
There's also mechanical differences depending on whether a character is organic or synthetic. Flesh and blood folks function as you'd expect, while androids would have no technique points to speak of and need to be healed with designated items. The overlapping menus for navigating those details could quickly stack up though, and it was easy to lose track of what you're looking at in all that text. A problem of its age, you could say. What felt ahead of its time, however, was the macros, allowing sequences of moves to be mapped and executed in a single input. There's even combo attacks that this feature would help you roll out, but we didn't reliably discover many during our sessions.
Oh, what happened?
Why
did that? I didn't press anything to do that. What the heck was that?
Spells having prefixes instead of suffixes like Final Fantasy had us oblivious for a while.
I just realized something.
What?
You've got res and then GI res.
Oh man. And figuring out what attacks do just based on their names had us consulting the internet or simply casting with uncertainty often.
Arrows? You think he summons arrows?
But what wasn't tough to handle was the vehicles and their combat. Getting to cruise around the overworld in those crafts and taking down foes with their powerful arsenals was definitely a highlight. There's been plenty of harp in here, but I think for the fantasy alone, I'd happily give the game 4 stars.